Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so today's knife is one that I consider to be one of my most disliked, but I'm starting to like it type of knives that I've bought so far this year. The looks are gonna be controversial. Um, I don't know. I basically bought this knife just for fun, and when I first opened it, I really disliked it. But now that I've been using it for the past couple of weeks, I'm starting to get more comfortable and more accustomed with it. So, yeah, this is not a fresh unboxing. When I purchased this knife, I decided to go ahead and just start using it right away because when I saw it on Amazon, it looked very intriguing and I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna, start using it as soon as I get it. So, the company has a really odd name. It's EMTH and that is the information of the knife. If you guys want to look it up on Amazon, this is the box that it comes in. Not really important. This is the actual knife that you get. It is an all metal cleaver style axis or crossbar lock, whatever you want to call it, type of knife. And that's what it looks like. I think this is the part that is very contradictory to certain people. Some people that I've showed it to like it, and some people that I've showed it to dislike it. It's a love it or hate it type of look. Um, I just got it because I thought it was interesting, and I wanted to get a blade shape that was similar to a cleaver style knife. So I saw the listing on Amazon for this for around $13, but I had a like a what 20 to 30% off coupon. So I paid $9 for this thing. $9 um, for a cleaver style knife that is an axis lock. I mean, you got to give that a try, right? So let's go ahead and look at the build of the knife. So again, being on the cheaper end of knives, it is an all metal construction. But the unique thing about this knife is that it's very heavily skeletonized. So even the blade is skeletonized, as you can tell. So it's actually not too bad in the hand. I was expecting this to be a lot heavier than it actually is. It's still pretty heavy, don't get me wrong, for being an all metal construction, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So the entire knife is coated. I don't know if this is paint or some other type of texturized product, but it's kind of grippy, but then also kind of not. I wouldn't recommend holding this blade if you have um wet hands or anything like that because it might slip. Ergonomics, it's pretty comfortable actually. It's not too bad. Um, yeah, it's pretty comfy. I can get a full four-finger grip on this knife, and you would expect it to be uncomfortable being in all metal construction, but you get used to it. The blade itself, no jimping or anything. I don't know if you can tell. It is very, very thin. Um, I would definitely have questions about how long this thing is actually going to hold up. It's just very thin, and that was kind of one of my concerns when I got it. When I first received it in hand, I was like, it's pretty thin. And yeah, I'm not sure how long this thing is actually going to last you in terms of use. Um, Looking at this side of the knife, it is not a deep carry pocket clip, and I am not a fan of this pocket clip at all. I think it's terrible. It's very, like, way too stiff. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of the pocket clip. And I think that a better job could have been done with this design. It even goes into like the holes, it just falls right in. And these are all the way tight, and it's still pretty loose. So $9, you get what you pay for. You know, it is what it is. Looking at the blade itself, the steel is not stamped, but on the Amazon listing, it does say that it is 3CR 13 MOV steel, which again is totally acceptable for something that's $9. And yeah, I don't think it's gonna hold the edge that long. I really don't think it's gonna hold the edge at all, but it is what it is. 3CR13 for $9. You can't really complain. Looking at the weight of this thing, it is 8.6 ounces. Again, it's not that bad. I think my crescent knife weighs more than this actually, which is pretty surprising, but again, it is heavily skeletonized, so it gives a little bit of weight savings there. One of my biggest dislikes about this knife when I first got it was that it came with a lot of blade play, so I had to... Oh, I finally purchased one of these. I got myself a set with like T8s and T6s and all that, so I finally have that with me. But I had to go ahead and tighten down the screws for the pivot, and that definitely helped in making this feel like an actual usable knife that wasn't going to break on me the first time I used it. The crossbar on this thing, or the access lock, when you first get it, it is very, very stiff. I thought about taking this thing apart to, you know, bend the spring in there to loosen it up a little bit, but with more use, it does loosen up quite a bit, so it's not as terrible to use. But when you first get it, it is just a very stiff access lock to use. But the more use, you know, the more times you use it, the better it gets. Overall, it's a pretty unique knife for $9. I just thought it looked really interesting, and I wanted a cleaver style blade. So from my first impressions to now, I would definitely say that I'm getting more used to it, and I'm starting to like it little by little the more I use it. But it's definitely something interesting that it's not for everybody. So if you're into wanting to collect something a bit more unique, something that you don't really see every day and that you might use every once in a while, and you're okay with, you know, an all metal construction and this interesting cleaver style blade, by all means check it out. $9, you're not going to lose very much. Even if it breaks on you, you know, $9, like, it's not a big deal. So yeah, that is the video for this cleaver style pocket knife. And before I sign out, I want to say just thank you for the continuous support that I've been getting in the videos. Honestly, I'm very surprised that I'm getting a lot more views than I think I deserve. But I appreciate you guys for commenting, liking. Some of you guys are even sharing the videos, which is really awesome. Thank you. I think we're almost at 20 subscribers, which is I'm really appreciative about that. I didn't think I would be getting as many views as I am, but just thank you guys. I really appreciate the support, and I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day.